All right.
You're in it.
Next question. Matt Guy asks, what does RVD think in regards to collective consciousness, and has he read any books that he would recommend on it? Also, is there any plans to come to the UK soon, God willing?
I don't have any plans right now. Anything booked in the UK to share. And when it comes to collective consciousness, um, I mean it's a real thing. It's another perspective of synchronicity, and I've been studying it for a long time, and it's like we're all connected through this like web of energy. And the way I try to explain it is, if you look under something look at something solid, say a fucking shoe, right? But
Yeah.
you look under a microscope, it doesn't look so solid. It's a whole bunch of moving particles, and it's no longer that solid object you thought it was. And when you think about it, that's what I am, and that's what you are.
Mhm.
Is you're a bunch of moving particles that like stick together in a field of magnetism that collectively make you appear separate from the air in between us. But all the air is also moving particles, and it's a different consistency. And the thing is, everything is one big swimming pool of energy, and we're all connected at the exact same time to some extent. Some people are more sensitive to it than others, but that's why like sometimes you'll be thinking about somebody that's like the other side of the country or the other side of the world, and right when you think about them they call and you just laugh it off. Ha, I was just thinking about you. But in reality, that's because they felt that vibration, like you're connected through that. And there's people that can really on a deep level use this to their advantage to manifest a better life, and it's like living in the magic of life, feeling like you're able to communicate on a different level with the universe. And as far as books that go, I think the Celestine Prophecy, I mentioned that before.
Yep.
I think that introduced the universal consciousness to me, collective, uh, energy, and it's the only one that comes to mind where I can think of. I don't know if I've done any further research. Like you mentioned last week, you mentioned Carl Jung, and then when I
Yeah.
left, my Instagram boom's trying to sell me a Carl Jung book or something, and that's that same thing. And I've studied. I used to document every time, all day, and look at it, see what I could learn about me and my path, and that got to where it's hard. It's like taking vitamins for some people or working out every day. It gets to where it's difficult to keep up with unless you have good writing habits. But I respect it and acknowledge it all day long and point it out. And there's always every day there's some just like mind blowing. Like what are the odds of that happening? There's like at least two that happened today, but I can't think of what they were to share with you right now.
Yeah. Can you take that?
No.
Okay, you're good. Cool. No, I'm with you though. It's like I think that that's such a neat aspect that happens, and it's like you do have that connection and feel it, and it only happens maybe like once or twice a day sometimes if you're lucky, and it's kind of a cool feeling. I like it, Rob.
Yeah, I think that the more you're open to it, the more it happens. Just like, say, if you're a bird watcher, you go around, look at all the birds that you'll see in a day. You'll see so many birds than someone that's not a bird watcher that doesn't even notice. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, you're right. Oh yeah, I didn't even see that up there. Like, huh? I'll be damned. It's because of awareness. The more you put into awareness, the stronger your awareness becomes. So there you go. And I personally think that every time synchronicities happen on different levels too. I mean, some are just mind blowing, and then other ones are like, well, I guess, you know, um, this just I'm just trying to grab one out of the air. A few days ago, Katie was on the news. She was roller derbying,
Oh, I
roller
saw a
derby.
clip. I think. Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. She came home from that all excited because they filmed her, and she was talking about it. Um, when she turned the TV on, boom, it went right to her. And it's not just, wow, what are the odds that they would happen to be running that clip? But what are the odds that she would happen to be on the correct channel? And, and turn the power on right then, as opposed to kicking her shoes off first and then doing it, which would have messed up the timing. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I think that things like that, I think the more, at least from my experience, I was able to peel back layers the more I studied one and related one to another. And so it wasn't like it was just two a day for me. I felt very much like, even if I only noticed two in a day, I felt very much like that was like I was just getting the outer layer of understanding for it. And the more I studied it, I looked at it backwards, to see which came first, the chicken or the egg. Did I manifest this, or did I know this was going to happen? It was already going to happen. And man, it's some pretty deep stuff.
Wow. Okay. Well, I'm excited because you got me kind of like in the mode of thinking about that more. And so now I'm gonna do more research about it, because I bought like those Carl Jung books, but I can't read them. Like, so hard to read. So I've got to figure out a good way to kind of like simulate myself with it all. So.
And the thing with the Celestine Prophecy is it's a fictional book, but it's based on real life elements of spiritual ascension for those of us who are, inclined to appreciate that. And it talks about, seeing everything as energy. It talks about the, as he said, the collective consciousness. It talks about bettering yourself, about when your energy is picked up and you feel loved and just good, high off life. You feel better. You are better. You think clearer. You see clearer and better, and you're a better you because of that. And all this is in that book. If you can get through the fictional story that's happening as this person is going to Mount Peru, Mount Pikachu, whatever the fuck that is, and Pikachu, whatever it is. Pikachu. And anyway, if you can get through the story, chapter 1's really hard to get through, but if you can get through it, and he starts going through the first 9 insights that he finds to this manuscript that's banned by society for reasons of Christianity, and in the end, you learn that it's not different, it's one and the same, and it all fits together. And it's just for most people that I know, I think everybody that I know that's read the book, it's changed their lives, their perspective.
Wow. Oh man.
But it's so good that they made the nonfiction version, the Celestine Vision. They made a sequel for Insights number 10, also I think 11 and 12. And so there's been like lots of follow-up books. This guy, James Redfield, made this, even though the first one is a fictional story. So, you got to follow this guy on an airplane, which he happened to end up with a ticket, happens to be sitting by someone that he knows, happens to, and that's something too, is that's one of the insights. Everybody has a message for you. So,
yeah,
be open for that, pay attention to that, and get your awareness up, and see if you can translate that. Like, what did I learn from that encounter? Why did that happen? This guy reminds me of my teacher. There's a reason for that, and he's got a message for you. Maybe talk to him. Maybe he'll say, hey, your gas flap's open. I got it. I got the deeper message.
Yes. There it is.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna add it to my list then. I'm gonna work on Amazon.